Shoot Pro Wrestling is the original.
The new hottest thing in professional sports is also the oldest. Shoot Pro Wrestling.
That's right. Shoot Pro Wrestling. Check it out.
Here, let's go shoot pro wrestling, man. That's what it's all about.
Catch wrestling back 100 years after it's been here in North Dakota. Up next will be Rigggins out of Springfield, Massachusetts. His opponent will be Blade out of Fargo, North Dakota. Rigggins, 215 pounds. Blade off, 214-2. The match tomorrow night will be submission or pins, best out of 3. First time ever in North Dakota. They used to put 80,000 people in the arenas for catch-as-catch-can wrestling matches back at the Minnesota State Fair, Ohio State Fair. This is historic stuff coming back, guys.
Hey guys, UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich here with Blade Off out of Bismarck. He is one half of the legendary, the historic catch-as-catch-can match that's going to be going on here. First time in 100 years, mind you, we're bringing catch back to the United States in a big way. Blade, tell us a little bit about your background and what you plan on doing tomorrow night.
Yeah, so when I was a young man, I was conflicted, always looking for something to do with my life. I ended up getting in trouble with the law, went to prison at 17 years old, and eventually got out when I was 20. And I found the Lord, and then I found out that the Lord's calling has got me doing all kinds of things, choking fools out, putting people in arm bars, and fighting. So I get to come in here and showcase my skills. I'm going to end this match by any means necessary. I'm going to try to pin the All-American because that's what I do, confident in myself. So thank you for this opportunity, Pat.
The peaceful pastor. All right, Pat Miletich back with Brandon Rigggins out of Massachusetts. Brandon, active military, also a sheriff's deputy in Massachusetts. Look, man, normal work for you is stressful, high speed stuff. MMA and catch wrestling, maybe a step down for you. I don't know, but your opponent is definitely geared up for you. What are you thinking for tomorrow night, brother?
Hey, Pat, like you said, this is normal stuff for me. I'm used to dealing with high stress levels, high emotions, high everything. I'm used to competing under that kind of stress. So I'm ready for this. He says he's redeemed. He says he's a coming to God, coming to Jesus. He's definitely going to meet his maker tomorrow.
Coming out of the blue corner, Brandon Rigggins.
There he is, Brandon Rigggins. I recruited this young man for my alma mater from Coach Charlie Vlado. He's a New England state champion out of Norwalk High, a multiple-time JUCO, junior college All-American.
Out of the red corner, Blade.
Yeah, Blade, this guy is a giant. Blade is 6'5". 206 pounds. We did a 215-pound catch weight. He is undefeated in North Dakota.
For the first time ever in the state of North Dakota, wrestling out of the blue corner, a professional debut fighter. He stands 5'10", weighing in at 215 pounds. Fighting out of Springfield, Massachusetts. Let's give it up for Brandon Rigggins. Wrestling out of the red corner, a professional wrestler also making his catch wrestling debut. He stands 6'5", weighing in at 214.2 pounds. Fighting out of the capital city of Bismarck, North Dakota. Let's give it up for Blake.
Oh, man. Jake, the energy here at the Casino, man, the Skydancer Resort and Casino. Amazing, a literal diamond in the rough. As you see, special guest referee Pat Miletich, and let the action commence.
Yeah, this is a hot room, man. The crowd is hot. You got UFC Hall of Famer.
Takedown attempt there by Brandon. Nice sprawl by Blade on Blade with a go behind.
It's that reach, man. Blade's got,
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh, watch out for the pin, Blade. With that shoulder up.
Blade's got to watch his blades here. This is a 3 count or submission.
That's it.
Oh, and you see Brandon there getting on top and riding Blade. Looks a half Nelson attempt there.
Looks like a cradle.
Oh, no, the cradle.
Yeah. He's got his head in there for a nice cradle. Again, 3 count or submission. Brandon takes it back once again.
You know, look at Blade. Blade's the stud, man. He's undefeated in MMA in North Dakota. The guy's got 6 grappling wins. Whoa.
Yeah, he is a seasoned grappler. We're going to see how he's affected by the rule set here, and if it benefits the All-American wrestler.
Yeah, that's where I was going with this exactly, Matt. I think that, you know, I'm noticing with Blade, he's already doing a lot of wrestling moves like cradles, you know, shooting the half. These are things that I think could be a problem for him.
Looked like he was going for a head lever there and then went back to potentially a cradle. Now he's taking the back of Blade off, the undefeated MMA fighter.
Yeah, Blade's got to get up. This is a bad spot for him.
Yeah, Blade runs the risk of attempting to pull guard instinctively and getting pinned.
Yeah, now mind you, what we have seen in other catch matches with jiu-jitsu guys, you can run it, you can play guard, you can do a guard strategy. Now, it's definitely not a crowd favorite, you get booed, but if you're there to win it, as long as you keep your shoulder up, you can play guard. I've seen it done.
Absolutely. The Rosensweet match against Curran Jacobs being one classic example. Looks like he's going back again in the head lever position, something that I know he learned from Coach Vlado. He's got good control of the hips of Blade Ock. And Blade doing a good job avoiding the pin. He goes to his back temporarily. Again, this is the
look, he's keeping that shoulder up.
Yeah, it looks like he might be going for...
With Blade, what you notice, this is what Billy Robson used to tell me about the catch rules that made it more action-packed, is Blade is exposing his arms every time he tries to keep the shoulder up. His arms are exposed for spin.
Got great active hips, though, by Blade. Blade looked like he was going for a double wrist lock on the far side there, but he was still controlled by Brandon, and really good active hips by Blade off to buck the All-American wrestler.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how conditioning plays in here as the match goes on as well. These are longer periods than normal grappling.
That's it. Yeah.
Both men. Nice, beautiful throw.
Yeah,
Brandon.
There by Brandon Rigggins.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
That's it. Get that shoulder
down.
Looks
one
like
count.
Get that shoulder down.
Yeah, Blade's got to watch his shoulders here.
Yeah, he's got
to be.
like you said.
It's got to be a departure too for Brandon with the 3 count as well. Brandon with great control, making Blade carry his weight here.
There you go.
Taking the back.
Uh-oh.
Looks like he's trying to get a choke. Does he have it?
Yeah, he got the
yes.
I saw it.
Blade
right,
got the choke.
Ball.
Let's go, Brandon. Good job.
First ball goes to
Brandon, rather. Yeah, Brandon Rigggins gets the choke over the much taller Blade off. And we're just going to continue round 1 to clarify the way it works here. 5-minute rounds, and after the fall, the round continues. It does not stop. So we're still in round 1.
This is a variation on the Super rule set. This is the very first ever catch wrestling cage match.
Yeah, and great control there by Brandon as Blade looks to go for a double wrist lock on the far arm of Brandon. Time, okay, so
Yep,
just to clarify,
that was the time.
yeah, that's the end of round one. So we had one fall in round one.
Hey, Coach Wade here. If you're serious about winning and advancing your skills, you need to be part of CatchCon 2025. There's never been so many champions in one place at the same time, ready to challenge your skills while they're being elevated at the same time. That sounds like a win-win to me. Seriously, look who's going to be there with over 200 years of experience at winning, coaching, and overcoming the odds. So mark your calendars and join us February 21, 22, and 23 at the Genesis Mixed Martial Arts Academy in Denver. And you don't want to be put off enrolling. There's only so many spots that are available.
The power versus leverage and reach.
Man, it's a very even matchup as we begin round two.
Here we go.
See a little hand fighting, jockeying for position. I am impressed thus far with Blade's wrestling. Oh, Blade going for a jumping front headlock guillotine there. Man, and Brandon sent him crashing to the mat.
Whoa,
oh man, attempting to figure four that leg, and Brandon having none of it with a nice go behind.
Yeah, you know, Brandon his reaction like IQ is amazing. He really responds well, very quickly.
Yeah. And Blaydock attempting to hip into his opponent, into Brandon Rigggins.
Oh, we got it.
Yeah. Oh, he's sinking in a choke.
Oh.
Blade sinking in a choke. Does he have it? The old sleeper hold rear naked choke.
I can't
UFC
see.
Hall of Famer, Shoot Pro President, Pat Miletich, close to the action. Oh, and Brandon taps out.
Whoa. Man,
Jake, you got a seesaw battle here.
This is why we have the best of three falls.
So Jake, we should clarify here. We're going to continue round two. Next fall wins. Some hand fighting again. Man, I'm really impressed with that choke from Blaydock.
Well, he looks like he's got a little confidence right now. I don't know if he's going to do that jumping guillotine trick, but he's definitely confident.
That was awesome.
Uh-oh, here we go again.
Nice sprawl there by Brandon. One there on the bottom from Blaydock. He's been really good at controlling the hands of Brandon Rigggins for the most part. But Brandon's been doing a great job of controlling his hips. And I'm wondering if we may see a pinfall here, Jake, from the wrestler.
Well, that's the thing I was thinking. Like, I'm really, you know, Brandon, the guy's an All-American. He's definitely a stud, no doubt. But I've been impressed with the ability of Blaydock to adapt to the catch wrestling rule set. He is definitely playing his game, but he's keeping his shoulders up.
Absolutely, and with those long legs, Brandon on top now. Brandon looks like going for half Nelson, maybe going for a pin here. But with those long legs of Blaydock, he could potentially get a squeezing body side headlock there, way high. It looks like a
nice
pin attempt there from Blade.
Yeah, that was a good bridge, though, out of Brandon. He didn't let it happen.
Yeah, Brandon got very strong, solid hips.
You're right. Look how Blade is controlling Brandon with his legs, though. That right leg of Brandon is stuck. He just worked it out. Here, uh-oh.
Man, it looks like you see those long legs of Blaydock, and they're not active right now. He's got to get those hips active.
That's it. He's got to get up. He's got to stand up. He's in a bad spot.
It looks like Blade has him in jeopardy for another choke, potentially.
Yeah. He's setting it up right now, sleeper.
Yeah, it looked like Brandon may be going more for a face lock. It looks like Blade is tucking the chin there.
He doesn't have it. Oh, he got out, and he reversed it. Ooh.
Great go behind there by
Yeah,
Blade
you got to wonder where's Brandon is gassed right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Now Blade, he looks to be a little high here, going for the choke.
Yeah, I think he might shake him off. Ooh, he's in trouble. You don't like Brandon? Don't like that.
Brandon's in a lot of trouble here. Using those long legs. And you know, you see that beautiful scoop there by Blade Ock. Really impressed with the hips of Blade.
Yeah,
in this matchup.
And you know, again, I keep it, you know, obviously Rigggins is just a stud, but, you know, I really have to commend Blade's attitude. Not only that, he didn't butt stick.
He did it again.
That crazy jumping guillotine.
Oh, man, what a match, Jake. This is an evenly matched here.
Yeah, people are getting their money's worth, man. We're getting all 3 falls out of this one.
21st.
You know, Mariah Prussia putting on a great card here, defining the fight. UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich, also Shoot Pro president, our referee. And that will be the end of round 2, just to clarify. So just to break things down for the fans, it's Brandon Rigggins 1 fall, Blade Ock 1 fall.
This will be your 3rd and final round. At the end of 2 rounds, the match is tied 1-1.
Man, this crowd is loving the catch wrestling rules. I think we know that Shoot Pro appeals to the pro wrestlers. We know that Shoot Pro appeals to the grapplers. Well, now we know Shoot Pro appeals to the MMA crowd too.
Absolutely. And, you know, variety is the spice of life. And these folks have been treated to some fine MMA fights here from Mariah Prussia and Define the Fight. But, you know, this is back to the future. We're taking combat sports back to the future here with Catch As Catch Can in the cage.
Here we go. Let's go. Crowd's hot.
3rd and final round. Both guys jockeying for position here.
Pile driver.
Well, you know, the thing that Shoot Pro solves is a lot of times for those of you that have been around the game for a while, you know, if you go to a judo tournament, a jiu-jitsu tournament, even a scholastic wrestling tournament, sometimes it's a little boring. I'm just going to be real. But with the Shoot Pro rules, with having a submission and a pin, I mean, this is a perfect example. And the athletes, one's a wrestler, one's jiu-jitsu, and the action has been nonstop.
Absolutely. And you see in that collar and elbow tie-up exchange here, both guys tend to be a little weary here at this point. Nice fake there, Juke.
I think they're tired too.
Oh, and speaking of which, takedown attempt from Brandon Rigggins.
Oh!
Beautiful sprawl, and we may have a choke. We may have a finish here from Blade Ock.
Oh, he's got it. Is it?
I can't tell. Looks like he's more of a face lock. Brandon doing a great job tucking his chin, which is the key here.
Have it.
And, you know, I talked earlier about the figure 4 body scissors and those long legs.
Yeah.
And you see Blade utilizing that now. Jake, you know as a grappler, you get a good squeeze. And you can make a guy tap just with that figure 4 body scissors. We get those long, powerful legs of Blade Off. Brandon,
and not only that, you could get this is bad for Brandon, but yeah, it's also suffocating because he's cinching up around the diaphragm. You can't get a good breath, and you're already gassed at in your 3rd fall, 3rd round.
Shake him off.
Absolutely, and you know you see that here, and you see, looks like Brandon's turning into him. That's what Brandon needs to do. He needs to turn his hips in.
Yeah, ring awareness on Brandon Rigggins. Really strong ring awareness here.
Absolutely. He's been cross-training for some time with MMA and grappling. All-American wrestler, so he knows the submission game. He proved that in the first fall. He's turning in, and again, those long legs, a beautiful figure four body lock
Belly down.
of Bladock. Very impressive.
Get the shoulders.
Oh, look at Brandon turning into him and cradling the leg.
Down. Shoulders down.
And
One,
Brandon gets the pinfall.
Wow.
Oh, my.
Look, even Miletich is playing this one. That is a great match. Job, Pin.
That grappling exchange, Jake, is what Shoot Pro Wrestling is all about. Brandon Rigggins on the verge of losing, and he gets the third fall and the win, making Norwalk Wrestling and Charlie Vlado proud. Brandon Rigggins, the All-American out of Springfield, Massachusetts, with the win. Getting his hand raised by Shoot Pro President, UFC Hall of Famer, Pat Miletich. Special guest referee. What a match, Jake.
And your winner, fighting out of the blue corner.
Score of 2-1, Brandon
Rigggins.
Man, you see the hand raise there. Brandon Rigggins, he had to earn that win.
People who know my reputation and what I've done in can wrestling and where I come from is where can wrestling started in Lancashire, Wigan, England, and my coach was probably the greatest coach of all time, Billy Riley, Carl Gotch and all those guys. Because of Jake, I got interested into getting back into catch wrestling and teaching and talking.
This is why I've chosen to align myself with Scientific Wrestling and work exclusively with their programs. They're committed to grappling, championship performances, and the mixed martial arts community.
And without a doubt, because of him, catch wrestling is going to come back.
There's nowhere you can go to receive this level of programming that Scientific Wrestling puts out. If you want to learn from the best and some great technique from some incredible instructors, then you owe it to yourself to check them out. Don't miss this opportunity. Become a Scientific Wrestler. Affiliate today.